This card is $400 over MSRP. You're paying for a name. If you're queuing for the RTX 5080 OC, you're paying $1,900 for a card that should cost $1,499, and the extra doesn't even buy you more frames. The 16GB GDDR7 memory is a genuine step up from the 12GB on the RTX 4070 Ti Super, especially for 4K texture-heavy games like Cyberpunk 2077 or Hogwarts Legacy. You'll see fewer stutters and can crank ultra settings without hitting VRAM walls, which is a real win for future-proofing. DLSS 4 multi-frame generation is the standout feature. It can triple or quadruple frame rates in supported titles like Alan Wake 2 and Black Myth: Wukong. In our testing, frame rates jumped from 60 to 180 frames per second with minimal visual artifacts, making it a legitimate reason to consider Blackwell over last gen. The cooling is over-engineered in a good way. The 3.6 slot design and 3 axial tech fans keep the card at 62 degrees Celsius under load in our open-air test bench, and it's whisper quiet at 35 decibels. The phase change GPU thermal pad also means you won't need to repaste for years, which is a nice durability perk. ASUS's military-grade components and PCB coating are more than marketing. They add real protection against moisture and dust, which is great for humid climates or dusty cases. It's a build-quality edge over reference cards, and the card feels solid and premium in hand. Connectivity is future-ready with HDMI 2.1B and DisplayPort 2.1B, supporting 8K 120Hz or 4K 480Hz on the latest monitors. You won't need to upgrade your cables or ports for years, which is a rare convenience in this price bracket. Here's what you get. Powered by the NVIDIA Blackwell architecture and DLSS 4, military-grade components deliver rock-solid power and longer lifespan for ultimate durability, and protective PCB coating helps protect against short circuits caused by moisture, dust, or debris. The price is the elephant in the room. At $1,900, that's $400 over the MSRP of $1,499, and you're getting maybe 5% more performance than a base RTX 5080. You're paying a huge premium for the ASUS TUF name and OC out of the box, which feels hard to justify when the RTX 5080 FE or cheaper partner cards deliver nearly identical frame rates for less. The 3.6 slot cooler is massive and will choke in smaller cases. It's 358 millimeters long and weighs nearly 3 kilograms, so you'll need a full tower and a GPU support bracket. Our test bench handled it, but if you're on a mid-tower, you'll likely need to buy a new case, adding to the total cost. Power draw is high, 360 watts under load, and it spikes to 400 watts plus in transient bursts, which can trip weaker 750 watts PSUs. You'll want at least an 850 watts PSU, which is another hidden cost if you're upgrading from an older build. DLSS 4 multi-frame gen requires in-game support, which is still limited to a handful of titles. In games without it, like Counter-Strike 2 or Valorant, the card's raw rasterization is only 20% faster than the RTX 4080 Super, making the upgrade feel incremental if you don't play the supported AAA titles. The ASUS TUF RTX 5080 OC is a beast of a card, but at $1,900, it's hard to recommend unless you have money to burn. You're better off grabbing a base RTX 5080 at MSRP or waiting for prices to drop. The extra cost just doesn't translate to meaningful performance. Check today's price and availability in the link below, but seriously, think twice before paying $1,900.